Hey everybody, Bill Burley here for Teufelberger, here with John Sullivan, trainer from Arborist Tree Service and instructor for the UAA apprenticeship program. Today we're going to talk to you about the basic equipment that a new climber should have in their kit. So John, what do you suggest to your climbers, and they're coming off the street with no experience, they have never been up in a tree before? What do you suggest for every climber that should have in their bag?
For one, I strongly stress upon investing in yourself and getting top of the line cordage, a good strong saddle, and whatever hardware or other equipment cordage you may need to make yourself successful while aloft.
I totally agree with that. The invest in yourself is definitely the way to go. Safety is paramount, of course. In our industry, things can be a little overwhelming for a new climber because cost is always an issue. And there's a lot of choices. I mean, just here today, we have 4 different models of rope. We have 16-strand braided safety blue, which is the #1 rope that I recommend to a new climber. It allows them to ascend the tree, work around the tree, and it takes the wear and tear of rubbing up against the cambium and bark layers. It takes the wear and tear of being tossed in and out of a truck, and it gives them a lot of options in their climbing system setup. They can go ahead and do a traditional taut line hitch or Blake's hitch. They can incorporate a split tail made of the same materials, so now they can go from a traditional closed system to an open system, which allows them to move through the canopy a little bit easier. And then they can go ahead and they can, on the same line, they can go ahead and incorporate a hitch climber system, which we all know is the one we always recommend. For the saddle, we have the Teufelberger Tree Motion Pro. This is the newest saddle in our line. Cost is always a problem when you have a new climber. And yes, a lot of saddles on the market are costly. This is not the cheapest model on the market. But when you look at the life expectancy of this saddle, this has a true 10-year tag, which means for 10 years, this is good in the eyes of the manufacturer. And every single part on here is replaceable now. So as things wear out over everyday use, the climber can go ahead and replace those parts. And it becomes more cost effective. You know, when it comes to safety and comfort, the Tree Motion has been around a long time. Everyone knows that this is one of the safest and most comfortable saddles on the market. And the new design is no exception to that rule. And then we have our safety lanyard used for work positioning. This is the Hipstar Flex. There are a lot of different lanyards on the market. This lanyard can be used in multiple different configurations and is certified in multiple different configurations. It can be used in a single line configuration. It can be used in an MRS configuration, and it can be used for your traditional work positioning. Definitely the value is right here. And then, of course, we have our friction saver. This is our thimble climb. This is one of our better, more demanding products. Very simple, very thimble to thimble, ring to ring. Many different models on the market in this similar style. This holds up to the abuse. You're spending the money once, and you're only replacing them every so often. And then, of course, you have your handsaw. This is a mandatory item in the canopy. Anytime a worker is aloft, a handsaw will be available to the worker, whether in the bucket or in the tree climbing. So the handsaw, one of those items, once again, it's what you get, what you pay for. So you want to make sure you spend the money. And then the other part of the kit that I believe is mandatory for a climber, of course, is a throw kit. Throw ball will help them ascend into the tree. It'll help them set the friction saver from the ground in some cases. So their tie-in point is up higher. It just makes for a safer ascent than the old school shimmying up the trunk. It also eliminates the need for using spikes, which we all know new climbers like to do because it's an easier way to ascend. But setting with the throw line and the friction saver higher in the canopy makes it a lot easier, and it eliminates the climber from wanting to use spikes. So that's what we have from Teufelberger. And for a new climber, obviously, there's always upgrades. You know, we can upgrade them to a pulley saver later in their career or down the road to reduce the amount of friction up at the tie-in point. We can move them into different various ropes, such as Adrenaline or Tachyon, or we can get them into static ropes, such as KM3 Max, depending on what they're doing. And then also, the most important thing, obviously, for your life support equipment is proper stowage. You want to make sure they stay clean, neat, and organized. They're not getting full of dirt, grease, and oil in the truck. So the mule line from Teufelberger, the rope bucket, and the accessories that are available for this bag definitely should be on the new climber list of things to get.
All very impressive.
Yes, I'm thoroughly impressed with the line that Teufelberger has. So John, does that help you out with guiding your students in the right direction?
Absolutely. I've been a big Teufelberger fan since I got into the industry 8 years ago, and I will continue to lead people down this direction.
Well, John, thank you for your time today. Appreciate it. And climb high and be safe.
Absolutely.